Welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Burlington City Council. Today is Tuesday, February 4th. I'd like to take a moment to ask everyone to please silence all electronic devices. Let's take a moment to reflect. We are thankful for this day that has been given to us, for its opportunities and its challenges. We ask for strength, insight, wisdom, and guidance as we forge ahead, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Amen. We have a special recognition this evening, and I think that's why our chamber is so full. I'd like to call forward Coach Jeremy Krist. Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having us. Thank you very much. We'd like to thank you guys for having us, for just sort of this historic moment. No team from Alamance Burlington school system has ever made a state championship, much less won one. And so we're really happy for our 26 players, our 2 managers, myself and Coach Michael Falk, to represent our school, our community, and our county. If you're a men's soccer player or a manager, would you guys please stand? I'll try not to take much of your time, but our run was an interesting one. We played a 3A state semifinalist in the 3rd round this year, who last year lost to the state champion, and we beat them 4-3 at our place. We played the back-to-back state champion, who had been to the state finals 3 years in a row. Won it back-to-back times. We played them at Chapel Hill High School and beat them 1-0. We played Jacksonville High School, which had a record 12 straight semifinals that ended about 4 or 5 years ago, and beat them on a free kick with 10 minutes to go. And then we played Charlotte Catholic, which just was incredible. We were down 2-0 with 4.5 minutes to go. We made one simple change and scored a goal with 4:22 left, and then scored the tying goal to take it to overtime with 20 seconds left. In overtime, our state championship MVP, Ramiro Vera, if you'll stand, please. In overtime, Ramiro hits a game winner with 2 seconds to go in the first half of overtime to beat Charlotte Catholic. I think there might be a clip of his goal. Oh yeah. So kind of a great and funny story. Of course, it's a moment that I think every kid dreams of. You know, bases are loaded, you hit a home run to win it, or you're counting down on a shot clock at a basketball game or in a soccer game or something like that. But Ramiro told me that he barely made it off to the sideline. The game was so grueling and we were so tired. He said he was celebrating. He can't remember if he was sprinting or if he was half walking, but he was so close to cramping up. We're just a team that just works so hard, just plays with so much heart, that I think really represents like our community so well. So thank you for having us. Thank you for allowing us to come and be recognized. Thank you for letting me speak once again on my players, because they're special to me, and this was definitely a special moment. So thank you.
We're glad to have you. I'm going to invite council forward and all the players, and we'll do a photo in front of the...
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If I could have y'all sit.
Might have to squat or kneel or sit again. Hey, Krist, you got to squat a little bit.
Very good.
Hey, Harold. Thank you.
I'm glad he got a young, strong guy.
We'll take just a moment to let folks step out of the room. All right, at this time, we recognize our interim city clerk, Beverly Smith.
Thank you. Members of council, it is my responsibility to remind you of your duty to avoid conflicts of interest. I ask if there are any potential conflicts concerning tonight's agenda items.
None.
Before council are minutes from our November 4th, 2019 City Council work session and our December 2nd, 2019 work session. Do I hear a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. Before council is the agenda. Do I hear a motion to adopt that agenda?
Move we adopt the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Agenda has been adopted. Next is our consent agenda. These items are typically non-controversial. If anyone has any questions, you can let us know. Item A, to approve budget amendment 2020-21 for the police department to use RICO funds to purchase cameras and surveillance equipment, drug awareness and educational materials, evidence room expansion costs, and advanced driver training programs. Item B, to approve budget amendment number 2 to the contract between the City of Burlington and Hazen and Sawyer for sodium hypochlorite facilities at the J.D. McIntosh Water Treatment Plant, and approve the J.D. McIntosh Treatment Process Capital Project Ordinance Budget Amendment 2020-2022. Do I hear a motion to approve the foregoing consent agenda items?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. We have 3 items of new business tonight. Item 1, City Council will consider approving the following requests for Saturday, March 14th, 2020, BTown Events 5th Annual St. Patty's Day Bash. There are some details spelled out in your agenda for the 2 items requested. At this time, I'm going to recognize Emily Crowley. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. The St. Patty's Day Bash is the first event on our calendar for BTown events this year, and we're asking for street closures. Event is a little bit different this year due to some changes in downtown businesses. So we will still be working with 2 of our local restaurants and bars, so Front Street Bottle Shop, Burlington Beer Works, in lieu of the Rusted Bucket closing. And we'll function the event more like a 4th Friday, so surrounding the historic depot with closures on Front Street and Main Street. Happy to answer any questions you have.
Any questions from council? So will there be a parade this year or more, like you said, a street festival?
Yep, the parade will not happen this year. We had very low participation the last 2 years, and so with the changing of the layout, we've got more dancers and performers on the street.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the first request is the streets closings. The details of those spelled out in your agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve those street closings?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Street closings have been approved. The second portion is an extension of business premises for Burlington Beer Works and Front Street Bottle Shop. Do you want to?
And there are members representing both businesses here tonight, if you'd like to hear either of them speak.
Would you like to share anything, or?
Business as usual. Do I?
For the folks watching at home.
Great. I love public speaking. So just extend our premise. We share the same insurer, so that really shouldn't be an issue. Any questions?
Any questions from council regarding the extension request? All right. Do I hear a motion?
Motion that we approve the extension request contingent upon meeting the insurance requirements as laid out by staff guidelines.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. We look forward to the event this year. Hopefully the weather cooperates.
Yes.
Item 2 of new business, City Council will consider approving a request to temporarily close the following streets at designated times on Monday, March 30th, 2020, during the Taste of Alamance special event hosted by the United Way of Alamance County in downtown Burlington. Council will also consider a request to allow beer and wine to be served in a designated area contingent upon meeting all insurance and special event permit application requirements. The details of those closings are spelled out in your agenda. This time we'll recognize Heidi Norwick, President of the United Way of Alamance County. Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Good to be here. Welcome to, or hello to all the council members, Mr. Huffman and staff. You know, United Way is so excited about bringing Taste of Alamance back to downtown Burlington. Believe it or not, it's been 2 years since we moved our office downtown, and we couldn't be more thrilled and thankful for all the services that the city provides us to be able to have our office there. We kicked off our tax program this year for the 2nd year in a row, and if you don't know about that program, we provide free tax assistance to households that make less than $54,000 a year. Anybody that's at that threshold can go online and do their taxes, but you have to have internet, know how to use a computer, or have a computer. So last year, we helped manage sites also at Williams Finance Academy, Elon Downtown Center in downtown Burlington, the Seventh-day Adventist Church on Cameron Street, and where else? I'm missing a few. But anyway, we out at ACC, we manage all those appointments. Last year, we did 540 tax returns that brought back over $500,000 to Alamance County. And the cool thing, especially about being at our center, at our site, is that we're on the bus route, that Link Transit, people take Link Transit to come to get their taxes done, and it's really been awesome. So we thank the city for all that support and the support of 211 that you also provide us. So Taste of Alamance is our signature one fundraiser event that United Way does, and we're working with downtown businesses. Tracy's been great with Ariel helping us get businesses to come down. We've signed up 15 restaurants already, many local restaurants, which is great, and downtown restaurants. So we're excited about that, and we hope that you consider our proposal.
Excellent. Are there any questions from council? Where can folks buy tickets to Taste of Alamance?
They are live on Facebook. There's a Facebook event for Taste of Alamance, or tasteofalamance.com.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Any questions regarding the street closure requests? Do I hear a motion?
move that we approve the request to temporarily close the streets and allow the host to serve beer and wine in a designated area contingent upon meeting all the requirements of special events application permits.
Any questions regarding the motion to approve? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you,
Thank you,
Heidi.
and we hope to see you there.
Item 3 under new business, City Council will consider adopting a resolution in support of minor league baseball in Burlington and in opposition of the Major League Baseball contraction proposal, which suggests elimination of 42 minor league teams, including the Burlington Royals. This time we'll recognize City Manager Hardin Watkins.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Let me do a quick summary, and then we've got two guests here this evening representing the Burlington Royals. I want to make sure and recognize them before I conclude. But as you mentioned, this resolution is formally stating the city's opposition to Major League Baseball's contraction proposal, which would eliminate, like I said, our team and 41 others across the country. So a little background: in contract negotiations between Major League Baseball and minor league baseball, which happens on every 8 to 10 year basis, Major League Baseball has put forward a contraction proposal that would eliminate 42 teams. It certainly has caught everyone by surprise. You've been reading about this over the summer and the fall. There's still been nothing worked out between Major League Baseball and minor league baseball. As council will recall, over 100 members of Congress signed a letter back in November opposing the contraction proposal. That was members of the House, and sent that forward to Major League Baseball. So we're happy to report that Representative Walker, Representative Price, and Representative Budd, which obviously covers Burlington and then the areas immediately on either side of us, all signed on to that letter. As you all know, it's significant to the fabric of our community. It's good, wholesome family fun that happens here in the evenings. This has been something that's been part of Burlington summer since 1986, when professional baseball returned here with Mr. Wolf, and originally the Burlington Royals, and then later we transitioned to, originally with the Burlington Indians, and then we later transitioned to the Burlington Royals and are affiliated with the Kansas City Royals, a relationship we've greatly enjoyed. Communities around the country, not unlike Burlington, have contributed and invested significant dollars in facilities. Council's aware of those significant investments we've made, and we want to certainly protect that investment here and continue to have great facilities for the players and great facilities and experiences for our fans who are residents of Burlington and our surrounding communities. So what we're asking this evening is council to approve a resolution in support of minor league baseball staying right here in Burlington, and in opposition to the Major League Baseball's contraction proposal. That's the meat of it. I will also happy to report we are working, minor league baseball has put forth in conjunction with a handful of members of U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate on two resolutions. So there are resolutions that are been prepared and drafted, and folks are signing on. Various members of the U.S. Senate and U.S. House are signing on to those, and those will go forward hopefully very, very soon. I can report that Representative Price has signed on as a co-sponsor. I have a phone call scheduled tomorrow with Senator Burr's office. They all have the materials and have been provided. Mr. Mikey Morrison, General Manager, has been working with them as well. I've had big communication today with Senator Tillis' office via phone, and we'll have a phone meeting scheduled later in the week. And Representative Walker, we have visited with Mr. Wolf, Mr. Morrison. I visited with him right before Christmas and had some positive conversations with him, and we believe he's supportive of the things we're talking about as well. So we're happy to report that our U.S. congressional delegation is very supportive, and I think it's not a place where anybody wants to be, but we're at that point to where we believe Congress is the lever that's necessary to try to change some of the proposals that we have seen. I don't know if Mr. Owen's been involved with baseball here in Burlington a long, long time. If he has any comments, I'd also like to yield the floor if Mr. Wolf or Mr. Morrison would like to say anything.
Thank you, Hardin, Mayor, City Council. Just we want to thank you for having this declaration. We've had tremendous help from the city manager in terms of going to the U.S. Congress You know, as I say, I've been here with the team 35 years. We think it's an important part of the community. The city has been great in the new improvements. Quite frankly, we don't understand why Major League Baseball is doing this. The Kansas City Royals want to stay in Burlington. They love it here. But the commissioner's office is, as I say, we don't understand what they're doing. So we are hopeful that this pressure that the administration is helping us with will be some good, and we will have baseball here for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Morrison, anything?
Yes, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you again for all of your support. The city of Burlington has been tremendous with everything that they've done. I don't think you know how much Hardin has helped us tremendously over these past few days. Mayor, I'd like to appreciate and say thank you for your help for joining the mayoral task force. I'm proud to announce that Mayor Hooks in Mebane has also joined that as well. And so we have full, not only city of Burlington support, but we're starting to get full county support for this as well, along with our senators and representatives. So we're very appreciative for everything that you've done and thankful for this resolution and thankful that you're on our side for this fight against contraction with Major League Baseball.
Thank you.
Any mentions about the mayor's task force?
Sure, yeah. In addition to the resolutions that Hardin mentioned, there's been a contingent of mayors through U.S. Conference of Mayors and mayors organizations across the country that have come together. And I think it's important to note there that even cities whose teams are not on the chopping block have joined in to show their support and solidarity as to how much baseball contributes to our communities. So we're glad to have their support and to see that building across the country. Any questions from council regarding this resolution? Do I hear a motion to adopt the resolution?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution in support of minor league baseball in Burlington.
Second.
Any questions regarding the motion to adopt? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate your work. That concludes our regular agenda. We have no public comment this evening. Moves us to city council comments. I'd like to just make a couple quick announcements. One, if council could pull out calendars, we're coming up on retreat time, and I'd like to see if we can nail down a retreat date real quick. It's just a matter of business. If you have your calendar in front of you. All folks are pulling those out. I want to remind folks that Census 2020 is coming just around the corner. It's February, which means you'll be getting your census cards in the mail this year. The census is all online or by phone, so you'll get a card with some information about how to complete your census. Those will be mailed to every single address in the city and include those instructions. The census filing period starts in March, and it is all based on what your household will look like on April 1st. There'll be lots of information available, census2020.gov. The city can also help answer any questions. Y'all have your calendars in front of you? Okay. Looking out at our schedule, the first proposal was to overlap our retreat with a regular work session day. And so the primary goal would be possibly on March 2nd.
I'm out of town on that day.
Okay. The other best work session overlap would be on April 6th.
Are you planning to start early that day?
Yeah, we'll do a full day as we've done in the past couple of years. So start around 9 o'clock.
Finish at 10? Sounds good to me. Moving right along. Okay. Put down to 6, 9 to 10. I'm with you.
All right, Jim, that's fine. Okay. Looks good. All right, so we'll plan on April 6th for that without any changes. So, exact hours of that will be announced soon. Thank you, council. A couple other quick announcements. Real ID, I've talked about this previously. The Real ID deadline is coming up this October 2020. If you don't have a gold star on your driver's license, you need to get in touch with the DMV and schedule an appointment to update your license. That will be required. That or a passport to fly on an airplane starting in October 2020. So it's just an extra level of validation on driver's license across the country. A couple upcoming events. We've got our No Frills 5K, February 8th. That is the S'mores Edition running event, and that'll be 10 a.m. over at Guilford McIntosh Park and Marina. We also have a CDBG, that's Community Block Development Grant informational meeting coming up on February 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. right here in City Hall. If you're not familiar with that, basically that meeting will help folks familiarize themselves with the grant program, how those funds get allocated, and provide us guidance on where we should use those funds in the coming 5 years. And then also our annual Cookie Gram fundraiser through the police department is going on now. Through February 12th is the deadline to purchase your $1 cookie, which can be gifted to folks throughout the city, offices. And this year they're doing a first responders promotion. If you'd like to gift 50 or more cookies to a first responder station, then they would really appreciate that. I know you'll make somebody's day. So cookies can be purchased at the police department, at the Parks and Rec building on Overbrook, and at the Animal Services building. So, and last couple upcoming items on the Paramount Theater schedule. We've got an exciting month lined up with a Wyatt Outlaw film on February 7th. Sons of Maestro, a electric violin duo. That'll be on February 8th. I'm looking forward to that one. And then February 13th through 15th is Driving Miss Daisy at the Paramount, and February 21st through 23rd, and February 28th through March 1st is Matilda, performed by the Gallery Players. Any other council announcements or comments? Any other motions before council?
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to ask the city council to go into closed session, and I'm going to do it by way of 3 separate motions and ask for a vote on each separate motion if I could. I request that the council go into a closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A5 to discuss material contractual terms for the potential acquisition of property located at 201 Overbrook Terrace, Burlington, North Carolina, for the public purpose of constructing stormwater control measures on the property. The current owners are Diana S. Lester and Tony L. Lester. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion for closed session on 201 Overbrook Terrace, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed.
Second motion, Mr. Mayor and Council, to go into closed session pursuant to 143-318-11A5 to discuss material contractual terms for the potential acquisition of property located at 203 Overbrook Terrace, Burlington, North Carolina, for the public purpose of constructing stormwater control measures on the property. The current owner is Jacqueline S. Sellers.
Do I hear a motion for that property?
So moved.
All those in favor of the motion for closed session on 203 Overbrook Terrace, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed.
Mr. Mayor, I ask the city council to go into closed session pursuant to NCGS 143-318-11A5 to discuss material contractual terms for the potential acquisition of a vacant portion of real property located at 1346 South Main Street, Burlington, North Carolina, for the public purpose of expanding the city park, specifically to relocate the carousel. The current owner is Burlington Community Building, Inc., the YMCA.
Mr. Mayor, I would ask to be recused on this. I'm a board member on the YMCA, so there'll be a conflict.
Vote on this first.
Yeah. First, do I hear a motion to go into closed session for property located at 1346 South Main Street?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. Do I hear a motion to recuse Councilmember Owen from the discussion in closed session on property located at 1346 South Main Street?
I would move that Mr. Owen be recused from that discussion there.
Second. All those in favor of the motion to recuse, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you very much. Council will enter closed session and will return when complete.